Well, the rain is not going away, Coach. In fact, it's beginning to actually pick up a bit more. But either way, we've got football from Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Ready up. 50 seconds to Mike. Wild Bill, Wild Bill. Ready, go.
On 1st and 10, Hudson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here we go.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Check bomber, 22. Check bomber. Bravo.
Operating from the gun, Hudson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
It's going to be a long gun. 57. Ready.
Back to throw. Hudson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Let's go, let's go.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run it with Jones. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
He does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a 2nd award in week 2 of the season.
From the gun on 3rd down, Hudson. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
To throw on 2nd down. Hudson making the catch is Sternberger. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. It looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 22, jet, cover. 22, jet. Watch the edge. 66, bullet, pass. That's the way.
From the gun on third down, Love. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
Let's go.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. We're scoreless after 1.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Let's make these babies cry.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the gun on third down, Love. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, Love. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. Well, this will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
61. Match box. Right. Slam, slam, slam. Back, back.
This is McCaffrey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Operating from the gun. Love. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Take 4, take 4. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Switch. No. Off.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. 10 more there and another first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
2nd and 3. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. From 3 yards out, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find a target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
A gain of 15. And the Packer first down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here we go.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Looking to throw. Hudson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Hudson, and that is incomplete here. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Hudson. Buying time to his left. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play. On the ground, McCaffrey. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Love. And that's complete to McCaffrey. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey on the carry.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
3rd and 7.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Love. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
There we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Off play action. Love. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Let's go, defense.
On third down, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, his second sack of the night.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim.
Keep playing.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And in this rain, they were nice and cautious there on the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted, as this game is tied. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him with another carry.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Rashawn Gary in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. They'll run with McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You must be getting tired of this.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 8. On the catch, it's Crowder. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Go. Play 56. Race don't travel. Screen. Off the screen. High 7. Let's go. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, Hudson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And we're back now in Charlotte. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
36. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check 3. Any weapon. Jim.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Let's get it.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Love. He finds his target, Fuller. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
Check 24. Switch. Showing it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they give this time to the tailback. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Record.
On first down, Love gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Here we go. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Too little, Cupcake. 51. Oh, 51.
Looking to throw. Love. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to...
Now they try the right side here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
3 down. Check 99. Check 99. 66. Pull it. Half. Check. Tight.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes it a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Shift. Hey, watch it. Go.
Again, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Yeah. Shit.
Again, it's Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun on 3rd down, Hudson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Brian Burns in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
59 Mike, 59 Mike, check, 59. Watch the run, watch on the...
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. From the gun on 3rd down. Love fighting Knox there, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Rashawn Gary, make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Panthers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium. And